الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على خاتم النبيين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال الله تعالى في سورة البقرة يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم القصاص في القتلى الحر بالحر والعبد بالعبد والأنثى بالأنثى فمن عفي له من أخيه شيء فاتباع بالمعروف وأداء إليه بإحسان ذلك تخفيف من ربكم ورحمة فمن اعتدى بعد ذلك فله عذاب أليم. Translation: O you believer, Qisas, retaliation law of equality, is prescribed for you in the case of the murdered, the free man for the free, and slave for the slave, and female for a female. And if the killer is forgiven for something by his brother of murdered, then blood money or prosecution should be paid according to usage, reasonable demand, and let the payment be with kindness. This is concession and mercy from your Rabb, but he who exceeds limits, transgresses after this, will have a painful punishment. We saw the initial part of this ayah yesterday, that whoever murders someone should be killed as the punishment of that murder, and this is known as the law of qisas in Islamic law. In today's part, what we studied, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned zalika taqfif, meaning that if Allah willed, He could have made the absolute law of qisas, meaning that if somebody is killing someone, he must be killed for the punishment. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so kind on the people that with His mercy, He left the door open for forgiving and for taking the blood money. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it much easy for human beings. Now, it must be understood that in Islamic law, the human life is very, very precious. And as mentioned in ayah number 32 of Surah Al-Ma'idah, if anyone kills a soul of human being except it is in punishment for a murder or for spreading corruption disorder on the earth, it would be as if he killed all mankind. And if anyone saves a life, it would be as if he saved the life of all mankind. So this is so important to understand, that the preservation of life is extremely important in Islam, and nobody is allowed to take anyone's life in Islam, and it is an extremely big sin. Now, in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned that the murderer should be killed for the punishment, but if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala but if the brothers and the other people, the other family members forgives the murderer, then they are allowed to do that. Now, one important thing to understand, that the family or the brothers of the one who is murdered are given the right of getting the life of the murderer. However, they cannot do it themselves. It must be done by the government. So if somebody kills someone, the family of the one who was killed cannot just go and kill that person, but it has to be taken care by the government. And if they want to take the blood money, the amount of blood money is the amount of that would equal to the worth of 100 camels. And if both parties agrees to some other amount, that is also permissible. So let's pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, give us true understanding of Quran and the laws of Islam. Ameen. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.